I hear this all the time. Why isn't this marketing working? Quick question. Are you spending on ads, social media, and marketing tools, but still not getting real leads? You're not broken. Your strategy is backwards. Let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to show you why your marketing isn't converting and how to fix it by pressing the reset button and building a real foundation that works. I'm Frank Jones. My business is OptSus Marketing, and I've been helping small businesses grow online for over 25 years. I see the same costly mistake over and over again. Let me show you what I mean with 3 real conversations that I've had with potential clients. First up, let's talk about a real estate agent some years ago that came to me to talk about ads and a chatbot. They were excited. They had just gotten done with a conference and wanted to put this new technology to work to grow their business. I asked them, "What's your goal?" And they said leads. This is so much better than what most people offer for an answer here. At least they weren't just going after traffic or followers. But then I asked the follow-up question. How many leads did they get last month? And they didn't know. If they're not measuring the leads that they're getting, there's no way of being able to track performance and see if they've actually increased the number of leads that they're receiving. We started by taking a look at their website. We fixed some things there. And in the end, we were able to double the number of leads that they were getting without any of the ads and without the chatbots. The lesson here is that before you invest in fancy tools and the latest technologies, you need to make sure that you're able to measure your progress and that you have a strong foundation in place. Next, I want to talk to you about someone that came to me to ask questions about ads. They had been sold by another marketing agency, an ad campaign. They signed a contract, and after a month of not seeing any results, they started asking some questions. The agency said, "You need a new website." Unfortunately, they didn't ask these questions up front, and the agency really should have told them this from the very beginning. Their website was terrible for conversions. The ads sent traffic to the website, but the website wasn't doing its job of turning that traffic into leads for the business. So the lesson that they needed was, before spending money on ads to drive traffic to the website, they needed a website that was going to perform better. Unfortunately, a lot of agencies lock you into a contract like this. It's not impossible to get out of it, although I'm not a lawyer, so chat with your own lawyer to figure out how to get out of those contracts. I see it all the time where people keep paying those invoices. This is why in my business, we don't lock clients into long-term contracts. Instead, we deliver results and they enjoy continuing to work with us. A third example, an ad contract, this time with a roofing company. They're already generating over $100,000 a month in revenue, and they decided to take on this marketing spend of $10,000 a month. The percentages work out. This could be good for the business. The problem is, after 7 months, they still didn't know if it was working. Why did they have this problem? The same as the previous examples. They weren't lead tracking. They didn't know where those sales were coming from, so they had no attribution, and they weren't able to tell if the ads that they were paying for and the other marketing services were actually moving the needle for the business. You need to make sure that you're measuring what's happening on your website, the leads that are coming in, and most small businesses of a range of sizes end up having this same problem, regardless of whether your budget is a few $100s a month or tens of thousands of dollars a month. I see this same mistake happening again and again. So let's talk about that foundation that you need to have in place before you get into any kind of funnels or more advanced marketing. Here are the things that you need. You need to have a healthy website. It needs to be fast and it needs to be mobile responsive. The majority of people are interacting with the internet today on their mobile phones, and your website needs to look good there and it needs to load quickly. You need to have clear calls to action. You need to be collecting data to be able to see how frequently people are taking action on your website. This way you can see if the marketing that you pay for ends up increasing those numbers or not. You can use tools like Google Analytics and even just simple contact forms that collect the date and time when the form was filled out. There are different levels of sophistication that you can have for the lead tracking, but you must have some tracking in place. to understand what's happening on your website and in your business. You also need to be consistently publishing content on your website and in your social media feeds. This organic content is a great way to test your messaging and be able to figure out what's working by looking at that data. This provides a baseline for you to compare against. Without this foundation, you're flying blind, and I see it all the time. Here's how I can help you to solve this problem. And the first option doesn't cost you any money at all. If you're not ready to hire an agency, or if you've been burned before, I want you to start with the free, simple, and built to help email series that we send out called Grow with OptSus. If you visit the OptSus website, you'll see links to be able to sign up for those emails right there. And I'll put the link in the description here as well. In those emails, we send one actionable tip each week, no fluff, no pressure, designed for business owners that want to grow their business online and need to just know, what can I do this week because I'm already busy running this business? Sign up for those emails. The next step that you can take is you could work with OptSus, becoming a client, but we only take on new clients a few times each year. And so there is a wait list for that. If you're interested, sign up on the wait list. We'll let you know when we're available to take on additional clients. Our goal is to help you grow your business regardless of whether you're a client or not. I want you to remember, it's not about doing more in your marketing. It's about doing the right things and in the right order. You need to start with a strong foundation. You need to track your results, and then you can let every step that you take online be one that you can measure and be able to see, are you actually moving forward with generating more leads and more sales for your business? If you can't measure it, don't waste your time trying to do it. As always, like and subscribe. I'll be putting out more content like this to help you continue to grow your business online.